Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. Greetings, everyone. DFG coming to you from the graveyard, from the cemetery. Hey, guys, there's a saying that I can't believe what you say because I see what you do. Again, I cannot believe what you say because I see what you do. Now, I bring that saying up because, you know, I can't help but recognize what's going on right now with Colin Kaepernick. You know, and there's a lot of so-called colored people running around talking about, you know, he's a hero, that he's made this great deal, you know, with Nike, and, you know, he's a social justice, you know, warrior, a social justice hero, right? Yeah, but I take a look, and now, oh, excuse me, they even compare him to Muhammad Ali. Now, let me say this to you guys. Muhammad Ali took a position based off of his religion that he was not going to go and fight, you know, in the war in Vietnam. Because he took that position, they refused to let him fight. And he was the champion of the world at the time, that they refused to let him fight. So all Muhammad Ali had to do was just denounce Islam, and they probably would have just forgotten about the whole thing and say, okay, you're a Christian, and, you know, now we're going to go ahead and approve, let you get your boxing license back, and then you can fight. But Muhammad Ali took the position that no way. If I got to denounce my conviction, then there's no way that you keep your money. That was Muhammad Ali's attitude. Now let's go to Mr. Kaepernick, all right? Because I can't believe what you say when I look at what you do. Now here it is, you know, your whole protest, Mr. Kaepernick, and for all of you followers of Mr. Kaepernick, your whole protest was around police violence. In other words, police shooting black men with no cause. But yet, you know, we have an incident just 2 days ago where what? A police officer shoots and kills, matter of fact, 1 day ago, shoots and kills a black man in his own home, guys. This guy is in his apartment. The police officer comes to his door, knocks on his door because you couldn't get in his apartment unless you have an electronic key. Knocks on his door. He opens the door for the police officer. And what does she do? Shoots him dead. Now, you think about everything that happened with some of these other killings. The Walter Scott getting shot in the back because of running away from child support. Or the Alton Sterling because he was selling CDs and they said he was causing a disturbance. Eric Garner, who was selling cigarettes, you know, out in front of, you know, of a little small cigarette smoke shop. You know, and I can go on and on with others. And I'm looking at, this is supposed to be what Colin Kaepernick was taking his stand for. Philando Castile getting shot in his car just because he was trying to show his ID. These are the things that Kaepernick got everybody all worked up about and said that, you know what, I'm going to take a knee. I'm not going to stand for the national anthem. I'm going to take a knee in protest. And as soon as Nike tapped him on his shoulder and said, hey, look, let me pay you off. Let me put some money in your pocket, some real money in your pocket. And all you got to do is, you know, no longer talk about police brutality anymore. Since you stirred this pot, Mr. Kaepernick, we want you to do a commercial about inclusion. Not even diversity, inclusion. You look at this commercial now, you didn't see any examples of police brutality in that Nike commercial. You saw Serena Williams, you saw the Muslim swimmer, you saw, you know, kids and people with Special Olympics, you saw kids playing Little League football. You saw all this inclusion when your protest was supposed to be about exclusion. That we were being excluded and being treated unfairly. This is what your protest was supposed to be about, Mr. Colin Kaepernick. And all of you Colin Kaepernick, you guys, you got to wake up. You're in this daze. And I'm talking here to people of color. You know, as far as, you know, whites who support Colin Kaepernick, I know why you support him, because at the end of the day, he makes you feel better about yourself when he does this kind of commercial. He lets you see, well, it ain't really that bad, right, guys? It's all about love. It's all about everybody. Can we all just get along? We know that story. Rodney King, remember? But the beat goes on. Another black man dead at the hands of police violence. In this case, a white female cop kills this man in his own apartment. And and this is something else I'm going to say. And again, this is not some anti rant against white people. I'm sure white people know I'm not lying anyway, so you shouldn't get offended if I'm telling you the truth. Because here's some additional truths. You follow me? When you start talking about, I can't believe what you say because I see what you do. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples, personal experiences. I remember one time I was working in Kenner, Louisiana, working with as an assistant store manager and the receiving supervisor. The big box making machine broke in the back of the warehouse. And I guess he forgot that I was standing next to him. And he said, let me see if I can nigger rig this. Nigger rig this? The hell does that mean? And then there's another instance where I was working in Shreveport, Louisiana, as a store planner. And I get invited to the home of some of the managers. And while I'm at home, and at their home, they're having steak dinners, I'm in the kitchen, and I hear one of the assistant managers in the other room say, man, I'm full, man. I'm stuffed like a nigger. Then I have another incident where I'm talking to another guy years ago, and he tells me that his father told him when he was growing up that if he didn't get a good education, he would be working for a nigger. Then I have another incident where this little girl, 5 years old, on the school bus, little girl gets off the bus, little black girl, little white boy, so-called black girl, white boy, gets off the school bus together. The little white boy runs up to his mom and says, Mom, that's my girlfriend. Her name is Jessica. Guess what mommy tells him? Baby, if you want to be president one day, you can't have no black girlfriend. Huh? You told that to your 5-year-old son? Crush the little 5-year-old girl. So when we start talking about, I can't believe what you say because I see what you do, that's exactly how I feel about it. And I'm telling you, so-called people of color, Native Americans, Aboriginal Americans, you guys if you want respect, you're gonna have to take a step back and quit falling for all this tokenism. Colin Kaepernick is gonna be a rich man for the rest of his life now. And let's see, well, first, we know he's not gonna be doing any more NFL protests. And look, don't let Nike hoodwink you, okay? Because Nike has a deal with the NFL. Nike and the NFL are business partners. If Nike wants to continue to do business with the NFL, then it's got to make sure that the NFL is in a very good place. So how does Nike and NFL work together to make sure that the NFL is in a very good place, i.e. the fans keep watching the games? Kill the protests. Better yet, cut off the head. Colin Kaepernick. So you make a deal with Kaepernick, and then Kaepernick releases, he stops the protest stuff, and guess what? Now the NFL is the NFL again. It's healthy. The games go on. The beat goes on. Everybody's nice and happy now because it's all about inclusion. It's not about police, killing black men for no reason. It's not about that anymore. It's about, again, what a great place we all live in. Total denial. And I'm right. I don't know how you can just sit down on your couch or in the bar, wherever you are, and say that I'm incorrect in what I'm saying. I'm right. And this is not a new thing. And comparing this man to Muhammad Ali. And let's bring Miss Serena Williams into this conversation. Do you know that her husband was the CEO, founder of Reddit? Reddit was a white supremacist YouTube, vehicle. In other words, just like YouTube is for most of us, Reddit was a tool that most white supremacists use to push out their hate speech. Miss Serena Williams, who said she could not find a good black man, a so-called man of color, because they were intimidated by her wealth and success, what did she do? She went out there and just creamed the crop. She went out there and got a nice little bigoted, racist individual, and that's who she married. but you're all about your people, right? Shame, shame, shame. You know, I can't believe what you say because I see what you do. And until you start doing what you're saying, I'm not going to believe what you say. And I would tell this to any, do not believe what anybody tells you unless they come with the goods in their hands. And once you get it out their hands, then you can say, okay, deal. Until then, don't trust them. And these racial sellouts who are using race as a way to enrich themselves, the Colin Kaepernicks out here, same rules apply to you as well. Again, this is just the truth. And I'm giving it to you straight way. Mixed, pure, hardcore. As they say, no cream, black. And again, guys, if we ever going to come to any kind of place where we can have any type of progress or make progress as a nation, then we can't tolerate in this forked tongue. My people used to say a long time ago about Europeans. They used to say, the white man speak with forked tongue. Two tongues. In other words, he says one thing and he does something totally different. So what I'm saying is put your money where your mouth is. In other words, do what you say you're going to do. Be who you are. And right now, from where I sit, it's all about conning, manipulation, and taking advantage of you and I, wherever the opportunity exists, including NFL, Colin Kaepernick, Nike, and you. Man. This is a love message. Oh, forgot. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. DFG, coming to you from the cemetery, from the graveyard. Love you, peace. Talk to you later. Oh, please subscribe and share the video.